Hey guys, it's Medicine here. I got back some of these bulk with no subgrades cards that I sent in February. We're gonna go over them, but I just wanted to note this is what I got in the. This is like packaged in with the rest of my stuff. Was this thing like advertising Heritage, and then this one's advertising Comic Link. I don't know. I might be in the minority that believe this. I mean, obviously, I do sell my cards, but I don't like the grading companies advertising places to sell. It's not like it's just CGC, P.S.A, BGS do the same thing. It just feels weird to me because here's the way I see it. The grading company's job is to be impartial, to certify and grade the collectible. The value does not matter. The card value should not matter. What the cards sell for should not matter because at the end of the day, that is their job. And when they begin like advertising that you can make some money and sell your comic books here, I guess this is for buying stuff too. No, this is selling commissions. Yeah, this is a Heritage. Like they get it because Heritage is obviously for CGC Comics. They have a partnership for graded cards. It just feels weird. It feels super weird to see that because I don't know. I feel like there has to be that divide. The companies are meant to certify. That's their job, and they shouldn't also be advertising that they're like when they give you a high grade, you make a lot of money. That just feels weird. Anyway, let's go over my submission. As I mentioned, this is all bulk with no subgrades. This is kind of tapping into what you would consider junk slabs, really cheap slabs, just cheap affordable cards. But you got to realize like this stuff was so cheap to grade. In hindsight, this was like all $6.80 a card. With bulk no subgrades. I mean, I wish I sent in 1,000 cards at that price, because 1,000 cards at that price is pretty much 500 cards now. They've pretty much doubled their grading cost. Need a rental web. You're probably just gonna see a bunch of these. This is really cool. If you don't know, Web Series is Japanese exclusive. Came out in little packs, but it has like that e-reader border with the web logo. But a 9. It's probably all Web Series because they're all Japanese new backs. Needle Ran Mail in 8.5. This stuff is cool. I picked up all of these Web Series cards in auction Yahoo Japan, I think in like December 2020. I think it came out to like $5 a card, which in hindsight was really good. I think part of it was I was skeptical at the time when I bought it because Web Series just doesn't have a lot of established sales because not a lot of people have graded it, especially not with CGC. But at this point, everything that I've had, I think except for like one card from Web Series, has not sold. Hidden Fates, this is like a good example. This one's not as bad as that first edition thing. Without subgrades, it looks a little empty. But at the same time too, like cards like this, if you're really getting into the junk slab stuff, it really doesn't. You cannot justify $5 subgrades on a $25 card. And people will tell you like, oh, maybe if you get subgrades, just charge people $5 more and they'll pay it because it has subgrades. Just, reflect the cost of subgrades into the cost of the card being sold. I don't think that's how it works with cheap cards. I don't think somebody will see this Shuppet with subgrades for $35 and be like, wow, let me pick that card up. Instead of the one that's $30 in the same grade. I think this stuff is like too low end to justify it. Combination of too low end, and then I think if it's kind of low, not even if it has to be kind of worth something. It has to be somewhat rare. Then I could say then I can kind of see justifying the subgrades on it. We have some English mixed in. Formosa, Hidden Fates. These are the baby shinies and Hidden Fates are so heavily graded. I think I was picking these up for like $1 a piece on Facebook. Entei Neo Premium File Reverse 7.5. This is the back. The corners and edges look really clean. I'm guessing with these, just because it's that all over reverse, there are just scratches on it. It's probably just a couple. A 9. I think I opened up the 3 Neo, I bought 3 promo files altogether. Just a good card. I mean, this is just a nice card. That's all I can say about it. If I had the option, I think this reminds me a lot of the Ancient Mew. This and the Pichu from this set remind me a lot of like an Ancient Mew card or Charizard V from Champion's Path. Just like one of those cards, those promos that were produced in abundance, but I think you can always make a margin on them, even if it's small. I have so many Hidden Fate Shuppets, it's ridiculous. This one's clean. Pidgeot EX. Yeah, I think I sent these Evolutions full arts in because Evolutions got really expensive at that time. Oh, Shining Legends Mewtwo. This one looks pretty good. I think I sent the off-center one in a later submission. A popular Pokemon. But the Evolutions one, I think I sent in because Evolutions was getting more expensive. And then also, like, I think they announced that prices were going up when I sent all this in. So I was trying to, like, send in actual junk before it became too expensive to justify it. This Cherish Ball's really off-center. I got a 9, wow. I'm just surprised I got a 9. I mean, I guess if the rest of the card is mint, 8-5 on centering won't bring it down that much. Blastoise EX. I spoke about this in one of the previous installments of like these unboxings, but I've just been like kind of gravitating towards grading popular Pokemon in low grade. Popular Pokemon no matter the like style, like Blastoise is just a popular guy. 6-5 feels kind of rough. I mean, considering this Pichu came from the same exact files as those Entei, and the Entei's got 9s. I guess one got a 7-5, but 6-5 is incredibly low in that card. I mean, obviously, if I knew it was going to come back a 6-5, I probably wouldn't have sent it in. Blastoise, Mega Blastoise. This is from XY base set, not the Evolutions one. Is this Evolutions? Yeah. You can just tell it's the XY base by that corner symbol. What was I going to say? Oh, I've spoken about this in the past. I prefer grading cards and selling them just because I find selling raw cards to be so tedious. Listing raw cards is extremely tedious. Oh my god, look how off-center that is. What the hell? I did not notice that. It's like shifted. It's kind of fat up here. Like, it's not fat, but it's thicker up here, and it gets really skinny towards the bottom. It's just shifted. That got a 9. Even the front's like that, but the front, you don't notice it as badly because it has, like, just the amount of, like, stuff that's on it, just the amount of graphic. But it's a really off-center card. I'm surprised I didn't get, like, a qualifier for a minor miscut. But I guess it doesn't have a little dot. That's cool, though. That's really cool to see how off-center that is. More English. This is a promo. I don't even remember what I paid for these. I don't know if I got those myself or if I bought them. Lunala. I might have got these from a box that I opened. Tons of English. I did think it's interesting that all this English stuff I sent in was, like, I consider junk. Oh my god, more Malamars. I do like this Pokemon, just not a popular baby shiny. And then another Pheromosa. Nice dust on every slab. And like all my other CGC submission videos, return videos, my pile of 9s grows before anything else, and I have to move them to the side because I just have too many 9s in the frame. I seem nitpicky, but look, I got more 9s. I probably got my 8.5 and 9s combined and then some in that pile before. Like, God, it's so rough that I just get that grade all the 9. Like, people joke a bunch and they say, "Oh, CGC 8.5." Maybe you get 8.5s on like WotC stuff or like older English, but I'm telling you, I only get 9s. Like, it's so consistent. I don't understand. These cards to me all looked spotless. This one's not spotless, a little ding, but I don't know. Like, you can kind of see it right there, the little white dot. That's the thing that I see on the back. That's the biggest issue on the back to me. Maybe, oh my god, you can barely see a little like white nick. It's less than a pinhole. It's so small, and I almost have no doubt that if you took this card, sent it in the P.S.A, it's a P.S.A 10. Like, there's no way that card in that condition isn't a 10, and it just sucks because CGC cards go for less money anyway. Compared to the P.S.A, just because, I mean, the cost of grading is obviously a factor. And then, like, the cost of, like, acquisition, which is getting a P.S.A slab. But then the other issue is, like, the grades are low. Like, oh my god, these are not 9s, man. This is the Minters copy. I had, like, 30 of each, and I picked out the ones that looked absolutely gem mint to send. Oh well. 9.5 in one of them. Let's go. Okay, this might be the turn of my luck. Nope, right back to 9s. Oh, thank God. 8.5. We're breaking the trend. What the hell? Dude, I reset this pile of 9s. And then I already caught up and surpassed the 9.5s and 8s. It's nuts. 9 in the Lapras V. I'm gonna guess Japanese new back, probably a pack fresh card. I pre-graded all these, looked over them. I'm gonna guess a 9. Let's go. English card. This one actually does look pretty clean. This is probably a 9 as well. Inkay and a 9. English, I'm okay with 9s just because English does have English centering isn't great. English quality control isn't great, so there's just typically damage. But it's whatever. Like, I'm fine with 9s. Japanese, I'm really hoping that more crossover to 9.5. Okay, and a 9.5. Japanese new back. Pack fresh. I pre-checked it myself. 9. Let's go. Well, I guess these weren't pack fresh. These are Web series is a little bit more understandable. These are just old cards from 2001. Ooh, this is a really nice one. Growlithe Web. That's beautiful artwork for him. Really, really cute. So obviously people like first edition stamps more, I think. Even if there's some Japanese sets where the first edition is more common. Kind of like a, how should I describe it? It's kind of like first edition was printed en masse to meet, like, just to flood the market, and then eventually if there was still some demand, they would circle back and did a unlimited print run, like a small unlimited print run. Web series might be one of those too, where it's a very small unlimited print run, but people just like seeing the first edition stamp. Diglett artwork, Web 9.5. Yeah, I mean 9.5s in these Web cards is really impressive. Probably P.S.A 10s, but I mean I'll just list these relatively high. 9 in Voltorb, and I think this is base set artwork just carried over. That's the thing you'll notice about Web is e-reader border, Web logo, and then all the artwork is a reprint. This is like some promo from some promo magazine. It's like the magazine the Diglett and Dugtrio from is like it teaches you how to play the Pokemon card game. Actually, I have no clue where this Venom Mouse from. That Ultimate was base set. Japanese probably Web. Ooh, Charizard V. This is from the Japanese starter decks. Darkness Ablaze is a single, but Japanese starter decks. I ended up cracking a lot of starter decks to get the VMAXs to grade. And then at the same time, I was just like, oh, I might as well grade these. Kind of like I mentioned, I dislike selling raw cards. I found like you just always get more money for the graded card, no matter the grade. And then listing, it's like taking pictures, scanning, and listing raw cards is a pain considering how cheap they are. That's kind of why I was looking at doing the Evo program with Troll and Toad, just sending my stuff out to them, and then they sort it for me. But I don't know. I don't think it works too well for me just because the majority of my stuff is Japanese. And I think they're more accustomed to, or like more streamlined for English cards. Okay, winding down last pile. More Charizards. This stuff is like, so like the baby shinies we saw probably will sit really, really long, just because they're not popular. I've had success selling the baby shinies on Facebook at like 25 shipped just to move them. But the Charizard Vs will probably will sell really fast if they're cheap, just because there is demand for Charizard. 9 and Sudowoodo. I like this shiny. 9. Oh, we're getting into the junker junk. Dark Crobat in a CGC 6.5. I picked this up in a lot of, there's like a lot of, I would say like 50 old back hollows. It's like $200, so $4 a card. But they were super beat up. I was hoping they'd be higher grade. And then it had a Dark Charizard in. I sold the Dark Charizard raw, and it covered like half the cost of the lot. But I think my thought process for this, I keep saying this, I don't like selling raw cards. I find it to be a pain. So I was like, you know what? There's no way that if even in low grade, if I grade these cards, these old back hollows, I guarantee like somebody will pick this up for $25. Even $30 for this, I think is doable. $30 for a graded Meganium, I think I mean, even in low grade, you're not going to compete with many people because people aren't grading this stuff in low grade. Oh my god, look at this card. Why the hell did I send this in? Oh my god. It's folded down the middle. Why did I send that? Okay, I guarantee I just did not notice that it was folded. A 4, probably got like a 3 on surface because of that. A 6 in Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz. 5.5. But yeah, just low grade old bag hollows, I kind of just thought would do better. Slabbed. Wow, this is really low. The corner's peeling on it. And I don't know, it's one of those things where if you have, oh my god, is that a piece of hair? Oh no, it's just the card is bent. Right there is a bend. Just that this stuff sells better graded. And I mean, even if it's beat up, I think the case just kind of makes it feel like a little bit more premium. Just makes it feel like a better collectible overall. Ooh, this is a respectable 6.5 in a Jolteon from Fossil. Might all be this same style. Nice little Espeon. Not a bad grade, honestly. Like, the evolutions in this 5-6 range, I think, will sell really consistently or relatively fast at like $30 a card. And when you realize I paid $6.50 to grade these. Oh, and then this was junk, but this was kind of cool junk because it's hollow cards. Now this is junk. English Shadowless. Like, why did I grade a 7 Sandshrew? And I think this is like, might be on the better end. 7 in a Shadowless Onyx. What the hell was I thinking? I think this will sell for $20. I think you could sell that for $20. You can sell this for $20. I think in the more popular stuff like Growlithe, 20, 25 might be possible. Ponyta maybe 20, 25. Because I sold, I guess the market has moved a little bit since July, but I sold starters, all the starters, like the base set starters, Shadowless, and CGC 7s for $35 a piece. And they sold, I had a lot of offers, I had a lot of watchers. They sold within a week of me listing them for $35 a piece. So maybe the market's moved, but I can kind of see you being able to still sell these for $20, $25 on the less popular ones in Reno. And it might seem weird, right? Like 2025, like why am I happy about that for this type of card? But like this card in this condition is probably pretty common on eBay, raw, but I don't have to compete against other people selling raw copies. I could just list a already graded one. So you have people who are looking for the card, and then you also have people who just want graded slabs for cheap. Tangela and an 8. I guess that's a respectable grade compared to the rest. 7.5 in a Ghastly. 7.5 in that Dugong. I mean, this one's kind of cool, I guess, because it's uncommon. Not too bad. I'm just going to guess all of these are like 7.5. This one's disgusting. Wow. Okay, that sounds mean, because I obviously graded this card. Like, look how much widening there is. It's really rough. Excellent 5 in a base set first edition Shadowless War Turtle. See the base set stamp. I think there was a lot of dirt on this. Yeah, you can see all that dirt there. I don't know why I didn't try to clean that off better. But yeah, in a base set in a 5. First edition, maybe this is like even a $30, $40 cards, even in this grade. Graded. And finally, ooh, big grade. Near mint 8. After all those 7.75, this is like a big grade for me. Wow. This might be a little generous. I guess that one's pretty bad. I just want to compare two 7.5s. God, it's so hard to tell with the dust that's on the case. These backs look really similar. If anything, the Squirtle has more edgeware, and it got an 8, and the Ghastly got 7.5. I mean, who knows at that point? When you get into low grades, this is another thing I've noticed with just grading all these, like anything like 7 and below. I really think it's a roll of the die. Like, let me give you an example. Like these two cards, 6 and a 4.5. They both beat up, right? They both have like peeling issues, like this corner's kind of lifting. And then at that point, it's like, if the card is so beat up, can you accurately give it a grade? I don't really think so. I think it just comes like, okay, this feels it becomes more of like an I feel thing. It's like, oh, I feel this is like a 3. This is a rough card. Let's give it a 4. I feel this is more of a 5. While in higher grades, there's a lot more standards, I think, to kind of accurately get it. All right, well, this was it. This was it was like 400 cards I got back from that I sent it in February. They're all back now. But I do actually think this stuff will sell relatively fast, just because there are people who do like collecting their favorite Pokemon in like low grade slabs. Like, who cares? Thanks for watching, and yeah, as I mentioned in the past, anything you see here that you might like, remember, I'm launching a website, www.islecollectibles.com. It might be live by the time you see this. I'll have it on the screen in the description. Thanks for watching, and have a nice one, guys.